Fantastic. If you could give, I mean, apart from the other things you've already said, if you could look back and give yourself a piece of advice when you were starting out as a creative director, what would you like to tell yourself now?
I really wish that I had, been, not trying to hide that I found it difficult. I actually found later on, when I started to be brave enough to admit that it was pretty scary, that people were hugely helpful. Even my CEO and my chairman, who you would expect to have to hide your weaknesses from in case they fire you, in case they take it away again. I think it's much smarter, and I wish I had been smart enough to say, do you know what, I found this rather difficult, got any tips? Or we're all going into this meeting, and I know you're all looking at me. I used to have this terrible experience of sitting in the seat where David Abbott sits. So Abbott Lee Vickers, you know, this man in my country was sort of God. And the look of complete disappointment that people had when they realised they weren't getting the white-haired God, but the large-lipped nobody, was pretty harsh. But eventually I learned that in those meetings, the planner would, you know, somebody would ask a planning question, and everybody turned to me, and I would turn to the planner in the room and say, okay, well, that's a planning question, what do you reckon? You know, and to try and, this is going to sound really, really bad, but I think the short answer to your question is, I wish that I had learnt early that your desk should be made of rubber, that things should land on it and bounce off again. You know, I try to write too much when I should have let other people write. I try to take on too much presentation when there are other good presenters in the agency. Tony Cox, who I hired to work with me and help me work out how to do it, says that the art of creative direction is you show me the ad and I'll tell you if it's any good or not. Well, Alison and I worked together for a long time, so I know that she's going to do one thing with you, which is monkey on the back. And it won't be helpful probably to go into so much depth, but it really helped me. I read about this thing. It's quite a well-known coaching tool, but it says that what's going to happen to you, and I know that this is true, this is what happened to me. People will come into your office with a monkey on their back, which is their problem, and what they want to do is they want to loop the monkey off their own backs and leave it round yours and go away. Even really good people, even really good creative people, when they get stuck, what they'd really like you to say is, okay, I'll take that problem away from you, you go off. And then two bad things happen. You've got one more problem to solve and they feel like a failure. And actually what you need to do with the monkey is, okay, you've got to take it off their back, you've got to tend it and take off the fleas and make sure that it's healthy and the person knows what to feed the monkey. And then you have to lace it back around their back and make sure that they take it away. Otherwise you end up, end of the week, office full of monkeys, which you don't want. And I know it sounds trite, but I mean, I know Alison will talk to you about it more, but it's a really powerful visual image that says, I just want to help, I don't want to be swamped by problems. Sounds like I don't want to do any work, which is obviously true, that's why I don't do it anymore. But you've got to make time for yourself, you've got to make sure that you've got time to help people who really need it. Hence the monkeys.